All I'm gonna say is they are who we thought they were. I mean, when you look at that team, I think Gilbert did a heck of a job of managing the game. I think it was 21 for 38 for 243, threw a touchdown and threw an interception. But I think, overall, he gave them a better chance at winning. Hopefully he moves forward. But I just don't see the Cowboys winning that division just by what they showed. And you was up 19-3 and give up that score and end up losing 24-19. They just showed that they can't finish a game, and they don't know how to still. They're young. They're still trying to get going. Don't know what's going on. But, no, I do not see the Cowboys having a chance at winning this division at all.
You know what, Skip, before I go into making my point, I was watching those cut up that we were showing leading in. I see why Zeke can't get no yards. Skip, you see that?
There's a guy in his face like that. Like he gets handed the ball, and it's like he gets handed a defender and the ball.
I'm like, gee, Zeke, I'm sorry. No, Tony Pollard should not get any more carries. They should block for the guy that's carrying the ball to begin with, whomever the running back is. But look, Skip, this is a bad division. Crow, this is a bad division. 6 wins is going to win this division. I can assure you the NFL's like, what have we gotten ourselves into? Because the division winner must get a playoff spot, and he gets a home game. Now, in Dallas situation, Dallas had 30,000 fans in the game. So if you notice, Skip, every week it went from 12 to 15 to 20, now we're at 30. Probably by the end of the season, it's going to be at 50,000 fans in Jerry World. Because this is a bad division, the Eagles are 3-4-1. They're a game and a half ahead of the next opponent, which is Washington, Dallas. Well, yeah, Dallas and the Giants. Skip, ain't no one in this division is going on a 3-game win streak. So it's going to come down to probably the last 2 weeks of the season where somebody wins to get the Eagles to get to 6. Well, so what that would be 6, 8, and 1. And you win the division at 6, 8, and 1. But nobody's going on a winning streak. You look at who they have on their remaining schedule, you're like, well, they got consider you only won 3 games. Everybody's going to be tough. So consider you only won 2 games. Everybody's going to look like the Kansas City Chiefs till you consider you've only won 2 games. So because they're in a bad division, yes, they still have a chance to win this division. And whoever wins this division, I don't see them winning a playoff game. They're getting blown out.
And by the way, Crow, the reason my Dallas Cowboys couldn't finish that win against Pittsburgh the other day is because the refs finished for them.
Don't do that.
The refs finished the game with 3 of the worst calls I've seen in a long time, 2 for sure, that cost Dallas the game. So Shannon could come in and Cowboy hate. He could Brady hate and Cowboy hate. He was in his glory yesterday. Look, I woke up this morning thinking I was going to come in here and make the case that my Cowboys will still win this division. Then we just got word an hour or so ago, Trevon Diggs, who's been a revelation at cornerback, a real playmaker, real star potential, is gone for 4 to 6 weeks with a broken foot. Well, what else can go wrong? It's snake bitten. It feels like it's not meant to be. But the reason I still think they have a long shot chance is the defense has sprung back to life when you least expected it. So Jerry did one good thing. He got rid of 6 free agent malcontents on defense who were malcontents for the right reasons because they all rejected Mike Nolan's system, and I think they should have. I don't think it was working. But Jerry said, well, because it's not working, I'm not going to fire Mike Nolan. I'm going to fire all of you. So 6 guys that he signed as pretty good to very good free agents, he just whacked them all. They're all gone. And all of a sudden, Leighton Vander Esch came back from injury, and he can do one thing. He can run to the run. He will stop the run. They held Pittsburgh to 46 yards rushing after they were giving up 300 yards to Cleveland and, what was it?
240 to Arizona.
240. And even the Washington football team got 200 yards rushing, and Pittsburgh got only 46. Vander Esch played. Jalen Smith was flying around. Sometimes he's in the wrong place, wrong time. But D-Law has become a force again.
Yep.
Aldon Smith can be a force, and Randy Gregory can fly off the edge, and he's sort of coming back to that 2018 life where he had 6 sacks. So I kind of like my defense. I kind of like Andy Dalton coming back as well as Garrett Gilbert played. I still think Andy Dalton, having made 3 Pro Bowls in his career, could be a better solution at quarterback. Zach Martin has re-solidified the offensive line. At least it's credible now.
Right.
And Tony Pollard, I like him more than I like Zeke right now because he has a little wiggle and a little burst to him. So, again, could I make a case that they could beat all 3 division foes left on the schedule? Yeah. They could. Could they win one other game? Maybe. And then they'd get blown off their home field in a playoff game. So that would be the...
It's not looking good, though.
It's looking bad. It's looking bad. It's just... when you, like I say, when you show the highlights, the offensive line looked terrible. I mean, we say Zach Martin can come in and help solidify everything with trying to shore the offensive line, but it's not helping. You still got the left, you got the guards, you got the tackles that still not blocking well. And honestly, if you bring Andy Dalton back, I don't think the offense is going to be as springy as it was with Gilbert, because Gilbert can actually move in and out of the pocket, extend plays with his legs, and actually just go out and just throw the ball where he needs to be. Where it needs to go. And I mean, and he can make plays with his legs coming down the field. He's made those, and you saw that on Sunday. But I don't see him win this division, Skip. I'm sorry.
I will admit to you, as much as I respect Andy Dalton, there's a little part of me that's getting bigger and bigger. It's like Garrett Gilbert was pretty good.
I was telling the way you was talking. You was talking about you woke Gilbert in there.
Huh. Well, once upon a time, I saw Jimmy Johnson ride Steve Berline down the stretch and into the playoffs. And Steve Berline went to Chicago and beat Ditka in Chicago. And then they went to Detroit. And they got their doors blown off by Barry Sanders and company. But the point was that Troy was healthy. Troy Aikman came back and was healthy for the last 4 or 5 games. And Jimmy said, no, I'm riding with the hot hand, Steve Berline.
Well, yeah, we saw that. We saw that with Phil Simmons and Jeff Hostetler. Coach Parcells stuck with Jeff Hostetler. We saw that with Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe. Coach Belichick said, nah, I'm right. Sorry, bro.
All right. I didn't think Garrett Gilbert was any good because he was a disaster at Texas. But I'm with Crow. He surprised me. He was moving and he was grooving.
I mean, let that sink in for a second, Crow. The Cowboys are so bad. He wanted them to play a guy that they just signed yesterday. Okay, 3 days ago.
Hey, I'm with it too. Let him play.
But I don't know. You want to tank? You want Trevor Lawrence, or you want to win ball? You want to go to the playoffs? Which one you want, Skip? Because 1 minute you want them to tank, the next minute you say they can win the division. What you want?
I don't want Trevor Lawrence. I don't need Trevor. I got Dak Prescott. I'm good. You're not good with Dak Prescott.
So you out on the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes?